Daily Detroit is brought to you by the community. Support our work at patreon.com/dailydetroit.
Hello, friends. I'm Jer Stays, and this is your Daily Detroit on a beautiful Tuesday, July 8th, 2025, coming to you from our studio at Techtown. Today's conversation I'm excited about. It's a fun one, highlighting an Oakland County suburb that's on the rise, and a fun thing you can do this weekend. Feedback, as always, dailydetroit@gmail.com or 313-789-3211. And by the way, mark your calendars, August 9th, a Saturday in the afternoon. We're doing a birthday bash at the Old Miami. I don't have the event up yet, but just put it in the calendar. I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to do a live show in the backyard. All right, let's jump into this conversation. Joining me virtually is Darline Rothman. She is the executive director of the Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to talk about a corner of town that, honestly, friends, I have really enjoyed as of late. There has been a lot of things happening in the Berkley area. They've also got a street art fest coming up. So to talk about all of this, welcome to Daily Detroit, Darline. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. So I have been to recent openings. People who read our newsletter know that I covered the opening of Bombshell Treat Bar. I've been to a number of new retail things and cute shops, and I see storefronts getting improved in the Berkley area. Darline, what is behind this energy? It seems like there's a lot happening around there.
There is a lot happening. It's a very friendly, community-oriented city, and you can walk around, you can shop, you can eat. A lot of people have their businesses there for that reason in between when they're working. A lot of people have been moving to the area because they want that walkable area that they can run up to the corner and grab a bite to eat. And there's so many places that keep opening that are family friendly, that are just inviting. So people are moving to the neighborhood. People are looking at Berkley as a great place to have their business. It's a good centrally located area off the different freeways. And for those coming to visit, it's free parking. And we've found that's very important in later days.
Yeah, so many places are charging for parking now, but when I go, so my vet is up that way, and every time I go up, I always see people walking on the streets. I mean, there are a few other walkable areas in Metro Detroit, but much more than the norm. Like when it comes to Berkley and like this, you say people are moving in and things, and it's that walkability. When do you think kind of like the momentum started to pick up in that area for you? Like, you know, it always was solid, but when you think momentum's picked up?
I would say probably in the last 8-10 years. The school district is very, very strong in this area. And so a lot of families are moving to the area. Certainly the housing market has changed, and there are larger size homes going into Berkley than there ever were. So they're for families that want to have kids in the school district. And so the price points of the houses have gone up over the years because it's a highly desirable area. It's centrally located to so many things. So I think that has attracted people to wanting different businesses also to come into the area because they're looking for that neighborly place to do business. That's one thing that the business owners will tell other people is that residents really support local businesses. They really want to make sure that they're going to stick around and visit them and tell people about them. And that's very encouraging for any business person, certainly coming to the area.
Yeah, and if somebody's trying to pick a place to set up shop, even if there's somebody who serves more than just the immediate area, that idea that you're going to have that base of people that are going to show up for you and believe in supporting local businesses, that's got to be huge from a Chamber of Commerce perspective.
It is huge. And It sounds from what I was talking about was like the restaurants and retail, but there's also a lot of service oriented businesses that come to the area that have that same feeling. They want to work with people that live in the community. It's just kind of an overall heartwarming kind of feeling between the businesses and the residents, and they kind of play off each other to make it inviting.
Well, coming up this weekend is the Berkley Street Art Fest on Saturday, July 12th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Darlene, how'd this come together? How'd this cool thing get started?
It started out as a chalk contest. There isn't any chalk contests in this local area, and it was a big hit the first year, to the point that the next year we were able to move it onto Coolidge and close down the street, which is very significant because having this on Coolidge allows people to visit the brick and mortar businesses that are here permanently, and allows us to invite different kind of vendors to be at this particular event, from food vendors to people who have specialty businesses. And now we actually encourage people to bring their dogs. We have what we call the yappy hours. And it's actually throughout the event. It's not just for an hour.
And so what does that all look like?
So the chalk contest actually starts earlier because chalk artists need several hours to do their creations. And they start before it's open to the public because when we opened it up at the time the chalk artists started, they're just starting. And so there's not as much to watch. So usually by the time 11 o'clock, the chalk artists have things going on. In addition to that, we have David Zinn, who's one of our feature artists coming this year. He's been coming for about 7 years, and he is world renowned for his chalk. He also does a presentation and talks to the audience about what he does, because it's much more than just being a chalk artist, and his is a 3D chalk art, and he has a lot of followers, a lot of people trying to figure out how he does what he does. We also have Daniel Cascardo, who actually is a Huntington Woods resident, which is just the next neighboring city. And he does an interactive artwork for young adults and adults, where actually the people that come to the event can actually color in one portion of his artwork. He does these creative designs, and it's fun for someone participating to know that this is going to be hanging in the community, and it's a permanent piece of art. And he's very well known. The Yappy Hour we started last year, so we encourage people to bring their dogs. We have Jorge Flores, who is a professional photographer, and you can have professional photography piece done for your dog for only $10. If you don't have a dog and you want one of yourself, you can do that also. We have scrubbers coming, and they are going to be doing nail clipping for dogs. We have a couple other dog-related events. We want people to come, walk around Berkley for hours. There's a lot to be doing. There's kids events. We have face painting and making balloons. We have the foam factory. It also happens that this year there is a street called Dorothea that's right where we're at, right off of Coolidge. And they are having a park there with a band between 12 and 3. As you can tell, there's just a lot going on. And there is a public choice award. So we encourage that everyone vote on their famous chalk artists that will be there, which is youth, teens, and adults. So there's a whole variety of different talents of chalk artists that come and participate in this.
Super cool. Now, to finish out, there's two things. First off, new this year, apparently there is a local beer garden, and then also a culinary corridor, and there is pierogi involved. And I have to be like, all right, tell me what I need to do.
Yes, yes. There's always food. And the Culinary Corridor, we partner with Woodward Corner Market, and vendors through their market will have booths there. We have food trucks there. So we want you to come hungry, and we have our permanent businesses that are on the street. One of them is Casa Amato, and next to Casa Amato is the beer garden. Come thirsty, come hungry, plan on enjoying every aspect of it. And yes, there are pierogies as one of the booths in the Culinary Corridor.
Yeah, and I've been to Casa Amato before, so I can vouch. It's a pretty tasty thing. All right, so my second to last question is, what is the main intersection that people want to go to for the street art fair? Like, where are they pointing their vehicles to?
They should point it to Coolidge and Catalpa.
Okay.
We're between Catalpa and 12 Mile. Catalpa is like 11 and a half mile road, and Coolidge is halfway between Woodward and Greenfield. And yeah, and there's, like, we're talking about foods here. I mean, we had talked about shops to shop at, Almonds, where you can get teas, Bombshell Treat Bar, where you can get dessert, something new, Brownie Doctor is a new business, unbelievable, right there. So we certainly want you to come hungry, interested in the arts, adult friendly, kid friendly, and just, as I say, a party in the street.
That is awesome. All right. If people want to know, where can they go online?
To berkleychamber.com. And then through the events, it's the Berkley Street Art Fest.
Awesome. Well, Darline Rothman of the Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for spending some time with us and sharing your corner of Metro Detroit.
Thank you for having me. And hopefully we'll see everyone out there. Let us know that you heard this on the show.
Have you ever wanted to see the Daily Detroit studio where we produce the show every day? How about connect and commune with your fellow listeners and community members? Well, we're swinging open our doors on Saturday, July 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our street front studio in Techtown. Come to Detroit's living room, have a coffee, a donut, and let's talk Detroit. The event is free, but we do ask you to sign up on Eventbrite if you can, so we know how much food to order. Search for Daily Detroit on Eventbrite or check the show notes for a link. Cannot wait to see you. Feedback, as always, dailydetroit@gmail.com or 313-789-3211 if you want to leave a voicemail. I'm Jer Stays. Thanks so much for listening. Remember that you are somebody, and I'll see you around Detroit.